doing, guys? This is Drams on deck. I'm Bo Jason. I'm going to do a review today of the Kavalan Sherry Oak. Here's the close-up here of the box. Kavalan whiskey coming from Taiwan. Is actually a very good whiskey. It came highly reviewed. And this particular dram here is sherry oak, as I said earlier, and I actually love sherry oak, and it's something that I enjoy. So I thought I would go pick it up and do a great review. So this is actually close up here of the Kavalan sherry oak, bottled at 46 APV. One thing that I will point out about these, that these actually have been winning a lot of wars left and right. Most actual scotches come, well, most whiskeys come from Scotch. So this actually from Taiwan is definitely not as aged as the other contemporary scotches, but this one right here, it should be anywhere from 6 to 8. Don't quote me, 6 to 8 years. That's what I believe in, and that's what I was told. So they're gonna do a review on it, and hopefully you enjoy it. And if you'd like to go pick it up, you can do so. This particular bottle was bottled in March of 2017, so just about a year and a half ago. So this particular one, I got to pick it up on a getaway. I was in Nashville last weekend, so I actually went to the actual store and I saw it on the shelf, and I said to myself, wow, that looks really nice. And I actually seen other reviews, people saying great things about the particular brand, so I decided to go ahead. It was actually cost me $150. That was pretty much the going rate of it, and so I said, you know what, let me go ahead and invest in this and actually add it to my collection. I actually had the original Kavalan before, and I enjoyed it a lot. So I decided to, you know what, based upon other reviewers and the actual one that I have, and I know actually one of their other soloist brands, which is called the Vina Barrique. It actually won Whiskey of the Year, I believe, 2015. So definitely would like to see myself trying more of these brands, more of their soloist brands that they have, and we'll go from there. Well, me personally, I like to let my scotch open up. I like to wait 5 to 10 minutes, just let it sit, open up a little bit. So one particular guy says he likes to let his scotch wait 1 minute per age. I don't know the age exactly, 6 to 8 years. I'll let it sit 5 minutes and just let it open up, let it oxidize a little bit. In the meantime, I'm gonna read you some specs on this. It's the love on the inside. It has a very nice inscription here. You can see between the lighting. But basically, it points out some of the notes. So it says right here, the nose is very clean, complex, dried fruits, nuttiness, spice, some oak and vanilla in it. And definitely like to try it shortly and see exactly if it compares to what I like. But honestly, based on what I've had from Kavalan before, which is the original one, it definitely should be very viscous. It coats my palate very well, and I definitely enjoyed the first one. And it shocked me how great it was coming from Taiwan, because all of the other scotches, whiskeys that I've had always come mostly from Scotland. And so for this to come from Taiwan and to be such a young age, it really shocked me how great it was. And like I said, it's been winning a lot of wars left and right, so I decided to give it a shot and purchase this great bottle here and add it to my collection. So behind me here, I also have the other Kavalan here, which is the original one here. I got this one actually just about a month ago. I'm located in the San Diego area right now, and I got it from my local store. So that one ran me around $90. So this one here is about $150. Some of the soloists, this is not the barrel proof. So the barrel proof is normally around 55 APV and up. So this particular one is 46, so it's just not quite the soloist, but most of those soloists ranges anywhere from maybe 300 on up. I know some of the PX and the other ones are ranging anywhere from $500 to $600. Just depends on where you get it from. So in the meantime, let me nose this for a little bit and just tell you what I'm picking up so far from the nose. Picking up some dried fruits. A little bit of spice. It almost smells like a little bit syrupy to me, almost like a Miss Buttersworth or a cocoa. A little bit on the palate. That's what I'm, well, not on palate yet, but I'm smelling a little bit of that right now. I'm definitely gonna, after I try it, I'm gonna probably add just a little bit of water to see if the water opens up at all a little bit. Some scotches actually taste better with water, but some of them don't need it. And some of them, if you put too much water, it'll drown out the flavor. So for me, I'm gonna do half and half. I'm gonna do a little bit of neat, and then I'm gonna put just a little bit of water just to see if it changes the complexion of the scotch in any way. It definitely doesn't hurt to try it both ways. It's the very first time I've ever had this before. I've had one friend, he had the soloist, which is the higher barrel proof version. So I've never known anyone to really try this one that I personally know. So this is my first review. And I guess really got started doing this. I said, you know, I would like to give somebody some insight, because I know a lot of times when I'm trying new scotches, I always wonder, man, what does this taste like, or what is it near? You always wonder, like, is it worth putting the investment of buying this particular bottle? So I figured if I can share my experience with someone, they can use that information and to either buy it or whatever they may choose to do with it. But I know it helped me to, when it comes in the store, I got one bottle on one hand, the other bottle on the hand. I said, which one should I get? And I guess maybe looking at reviews is kind of things that help me. So I figured I might as well give back and put it back out there. So hopefully you enjoy it. The color of this is kind of, you can tell it's very, if you light picks it up, it's very like a dark color. Looks aged, almost looks older than the age that it is, but you can tell it's very dark. Looks very syrupy. Definitely starting to pick up a little bit more on the nose now. Now I'm starting to smell a little bit of, just a hint of chocolate, just a little bit. Very nice, very nice. What got us, my very first scotch that I probably really fell in love with actually was the Macallan 12 Sherry Oak. That was the first one I tried. I was like, wow, this is amazing. And that was probably what started my love affection with Sherry Oak casks. So that particular one was some years ago, but I've always had a love affair for sherry casks, and even PX, which is the dessert kind of very sweet on the palate, and I kind of like those kind of whiskeys myself. So I figured I'd give this one a shot. So one last time on the nose. Now it's starting to get very sweet now. Almost like a fragrance or a flowery type of hint in the background as well when I smell it right now. We put it on the palate, see what it tastes like. I'm the type of person, the very first shot down, I don't normally judge it off that. I let it open my palate up. Right now I feel just a little bit of heat on the tongue. So I let it open up my palate, let my taste buds get sensitized. Then I usually try from the second shot on and let it open up. But off that first hint, it definitely has a kick of sherry. You can really taste that there. It's very smooth. I want to try another shot and just see after my palate opens up, see what I'm really tasting here. Definitely picking up some syrup. Definitely taste the sherry very well on it. It's smooth. I definitely feel a little kick on the back end as it goes down on the back end of it. Definitely get a little bit of kick. As soon as it hits the first on the first sip, I don't really get it. And once I swirl it around, let it subside, I definitely feel there's a little small kick on it. Tastes a little raisins, a little nuttiness. It tastes spice, but spice I'm talking about not like hot spice, more like a cinnamon or like a nutmeg, that kind of spice. Definitely sherry spice, a little vanilla, just a very subtle touch of almost like a aromatic, like almost like a soft wine. It definitely is smooth. It doesn't taste, you know, initially I was thinking it tastes like the Macallan 12 or maybe something like that. It doesn't taste like that. There's a you know, comparison to sherry, but it doesn't taste anything like that personally. It's very smooth though, I will say that. It's not much of a bite to it. You feel a little kick, but not a bite, not like an alcohol burn, at least not on my palate. I'm not tasting it. I'm gonna take one more small sip and I'm gonna put a little bit of water in it to see if it opens up at all. Definitely viscous, kind of very oily. It's like it coats my mouth very well. Still catching that kick on the back end, but it's a nice kick though. It's not brutal, but I did put a little bit of water in it, so maybe it probably took it down from a 46 to maybe a 40 or so. Put a couple drops of water in there just to see if it changes the complexity of it all. But all in all, I'm definitely pleased with this. Having said that, would I pay another $150 for it? Well, that's subjective. I definitely enjoy it. I definitely think that it's a very nice crafted scotch. It definitely is enjoyable. Would I pay another $150 for it? Let's put it this way. There's other scotches that I think I can enjoy almost just as good for less than $150 price point. I definitely enjoy the box and the presentation and the finish and the smell of it is definitely great. Definitely good quality, but price-wise, I probably would say I would probably maybe try another version. I also have another Kavalan that I picked up down there that I'm definitely going to be reviewing soon. Look out for that. But this particular one, $150, probably, I probably would say maybe not. If I get on sale for maybe $100 or $120, I might go for. But $150, probably not, only because I know if I can get like maybe a Mac 12 or maybe an Abalor 12, that's, I would say, is somewhat comparable. So for example, if you like a Mac 12 or a Abalor, I think those are things that they're not exactly like this, but they're in a similar circle as far as like what you would enjoy. So if you enjoy Mac 12, you enjoy Abalor, you would enjoy this. Do I think it's better than those things? Hard to say. I probably would hold that comment. I'm gonna see it with the water if it changes anything for me before I give my final review. Now, water definitely takes the kick out on my back end. It was a small kick. With the water, I don't really feel the kick. Definitely tastes more wine. I taste more, just slightly more syrupy for me with the water, just a dash of it. It's still very good. Probably to me, it doesn't need water, but I think me personally, it tastes a little bit better with water because it may take some more of the kick out and it make it to me just slightly sweeter. But all in all, out of a 10, I probably would give this Kavalan probably an 8. 8 out of a 10 I would give it. 10 being the greatest. I give it a good strong 8, maybe even 8.5. Would I pay another $150? Probably not. If I can get it on sale for, you know, around $120, I think I might would spend it. But $150, probably not. I would maybe try some other ones in the Kavalan, because even the original one that I showed earlier, that one I enjoy almost as good as this. That one ran me around $90 with tax with the local liquor store. So all in all, thumbs up. I'll give, like I said, 8 out of a 10 for the Kavalan. Some of the similar ones that I would say it tastes similar to is maybe a Glendronach 12, a Mac or Abalor. They're not exactly spot on, but they're a kinship in some respects to this. and I enjoy those just as much as this for probably only less than half the price. So, but definitely, is it worth the price? It just depends upon the person, but I definitely enjoy it. I don't have any reservations with not purchasing it. Just please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and get some comments and let me know what you like, what you didn't like. I'm definitely gonna be giving some more reviews for you, so let me know what you enjoy. This is the first of many. I figure I start off the right way with the heavy hitter, the Kavalan Sherry Oak. Definitely a great dram. And please look out for me soon. Drams on deck. This is Bo Jason. Thank you.